5G is almost becoming a necessity in India. And hey, they're pocket friendly too, with the network reception and the same 4G packages. Now, mid-range phones were under 20,000 were really mediocre a couple of years ago. But the current generation of mid-range smartphones challenge almost every flagship phone out there. That being said, 5G is just an icing on the cake. What is up people, this is Shu and today we're going to be talking about some of the top mid-range 5G phones in Jan 2023 and a bonus upcoming phone releasing in February. So stick around to the end of this video and let's get started! Let's start with the Moto G62 5G. Pretty decent phone priced at around 15,000 INR. You should be getting it at around 14,250 with bank offers. So it has a 120Hz 6.5-inch screen with IPS LCD display, a Snapdragon 695 5G processor and 12 bands of 5G. Disclaimer: mutual phones are subject to prices. They might vary from time to time. So prices mentioned in this video might or might not be the same when you're watching this video. Keep that in mind. Thank you. Then comes one of the most famous phones in this price range, the feature-packed Poco X4 Pro 5G. Now this phone has a lot to offer at the price range of 18,000, and with bank offers it might just come down to somewhere around 17,000 or even lesser. The Poco X4 Pro 5G sports a 120Hz 6.7 Full HD Plus AMOLED display, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 processor and 7 bands of 5G. It has a triple camera setup in the back, 64 megapixel plus 8 plus 2 and a front camera of 16 megapixel. Now the phone is a little on the heavier side at 205 grams, but it packs all the features like 3.5mm jack, micro SD, expandable up to 1 terabyte, an IRA blaster and stereo speakers. It has a 5000 mAh battery with 67 watt turbocharging. The phone had rolled out with Android 11 based MIUI 13, but now Poco has rolled out Android 12. So you should be getting 12 with a software update. And trust me guys, at this price point, this is one of the only phones which supports 67 watt dart charging. So if you're an impatient person, this phone charges from 0 to 100% in just 40 minutes. You can check out the link below in the description. Up next is the Realme 10 Pro 5G. This is a decent 5G phone at the price range of around 19,000 INR. With offers, you should be able to buy this at around 18,000. It sports a 120Hz 6.7-inch LCD display, the Snapdragon 695 processor and 5 bands of 5G. The rear cam is a massive 108 megapixel camera plus 2 megapixel. The front cam has a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. But the phone's weight is around 190 grams, which is slightly heavier, but it still has a 3.5mm jack, the micro SD card slot which is expandable up to 1 TB and stereo speakers. 5000 mAh in every phone is a must. We cannot settle for anything lesser than 5000 anymore. And it supports 33 watt charging. The phone is based on the Realme UI based on Android 13. Now this phone has an amazing outlook with a 93% screen to body ratio. Also it has a matte finish, so it gives out a very premium feel in the hand. You can check out the link below in the description. Up next is the Samsung M33 5G. Now there are people who no matter what will consider only Samsung phones. This one's for them.
ये मेरा Samsung का नंबर है, मुझे 4 बजे फोन कर, हैं? क्या?
Priced at around 18,000, it should come down to around 16,000 with bank offers. The Samsung M33 5G dons a 6.6-inch Full HD Plus 120Hz display, an Exynos 1280 processor and 12 bands of 5G. The rear camera has a 4-camera setup of 50 megapixel plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 and an 8 megapixel selfie camera. Now the phone has the biggest battery in this price segment, 6000 mAh, which should explain the weight of this phone. It is around 215 grams, almost like a dumbbell, yeah? Now this phone supports 25 watts fast charging, which is not too bad considering Samsung mid-range phones are always a little low featured. And it has the Android 12 based One UI 4.1. But it dons only a single speaker. Why Samsung? Why? All in all, it's a really good phone if your main concern is battery. But one thing Samsung doesn't make up for this decent setup is, oh my god, there's no charger in the box.
आखिर सबने मिलकर मुझे भी पॉलिटिशियन बना ही दिया.
You'll find the link to this phone in the description below. Up next is Realme 9 SE 5G. Now if you're looking for a powerful mid-range phone which concentrates on performance, this one's the one for you. This SE stands for Speed Edition and the phone does justice to the name. Priced at around 20,000, should come down to somewhere around 90,000 with bank offers. It sports a 144Hz 6.6-inch IPS LCD display, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 778 processor with an Antutu score of 5,41,000. It also has 5 bands of 5G, so you should not have any problems with 5G connectivity. And rear camera setup is a triple camera setup of 48 plus 2 plus 2. And the front camera is a 16 megapixel selfie camera. And the phone weighs around 199 grams and also has a 3.5mm jack, expandable memory slot of up to 1 terabyte, but it dons a single speaker. Now it has a massive battery of 5000 mAh and also supports 30 watt fast charging. Now this phone comes with Android 11 out of the box, but Realme has finally started rolling out Realme UI 3.0 based on Android 12. So this is pretty much a gaming centric phone. So if you're a gamer, you might want to look at this phone. Up next is Redmi Note 12 5G. This is the latest launch from the Redmi series, and a comparison between mid-range phones without including Redmi, impossible. Priced at around 18,000, it should effectively come down to somewhere around 17,200. It has a 120Hz 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display with the latest Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 processor, and it also has 8 bands of 5G. So 5G is going to be flawless on this phone. Now it has a triple camera setup at the back of 48 plus 8 plus 8 and a selfie camera of 13 megapixel. Weight of this phone is 188 grams, 3.5mm jack, a memory card slot expandable to 1 terabyte and stereo speakers, and has a 5000 milliampere battery which supports 33 watt fast charging. Oh, and Android 12 out of the box. You can check out the link in the description below. Alright guys, it would be a pretty crazy thing if every person who watched this video subscribed to the channel. I mean, that would just propel me forward. I started this channel around a month ago and I really need your support. So just, you guys literally have the power. You guys literally just have the power to propel this channel forward and set me up to do this full time. So subscribe if you haven't really done, if you haven't yet done. And thank you so much for your support, guys. Now coming to the upcoming phone in February, which we are all talking about. Now these are only rumors, but the Redmi Note 12 Pro Max 5G might just be released in the middle of February. It sports a 120Hz 6.67 Super AMOLED display with Snapdragon 778G processor, a quad camera setup of 108 megapixel plus 8 plus 5 plus 2, and a selfie camera of 32 megapixel. And also with a battery backup of 5200 milliampere with 67 watt charging. Once again, these are just rumors, so we might not be sure. Now if you like this video, stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna have a comparison of the top mid-range phones in February. Thank you so much for watching. Peace be with you.